Revan. You are the superior warrior. Then, Revan, I ask of you, from one warrior to another, what remains for my role in this war?
Jishawa anibong kasha chonasi ichua byongbo joni minamambato mule ra hakugri katkota parabola. Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon wanakumbes chi pala mulek tong ki pa nagnonek tu nikton chun chun ke nemolek rabest wuf mala nibo kurk.
Do not think to hide your true nature from me, Revan. I see the truth within you. I see it within your combat, within the tactics you employ on the battlefield, and within the countless lies, both Mandalorian and of your own Republic, that will be lost this day to further your own agenda. You do not fight to save the Republic, nor to defend its people. You are like Ulet Queldroma, like Exarchon. Within you I see the teachings of the Sith. Your soldiers, your allies, the Mandalorians, they were all used by you as tools and then discarded. Each battle, each victory, it was never about the joy of battle, the urge to destroy us, or achieving honor through conflict. Terrorists, Duxon, Elthir, and now Malachor, in each of these massacres committed against my people, committed against your own people, always was your objective the same. You sought to bring the men and women who followed you to war under your influence, to control them, to use them, all of them, to fulfill your own agenda.
Jishawa anibong kasha chonasi ichua byongbo joni minamambato mule ra hakugri katkota parabola.
Not as long as a single Mandalorian lives, Revan.
Tong ki ba non tontek tunni chachon kun ne mule brabas. Tong abuk shami nonok. Ashantik ton unumani patoka wana kuna best chinga para multonki. Ni bajoni yo lak wish dopa yumas pasen latin gotu. Tanabushan onang wanga kun beast king ba mulara choni yun tun gigi either dwana kava vulpa mulji gomana ye ki kun no ba muladra ki chichon kipuna na bonsha kava dumpa kupaliaya mokarpata kakin chana kwana pakon bona na kachu kicha badwang wanga kumkiba bu mulera kakin shak nawagawa bakon donk kiba nukunek Ycey kon no ba mula draki chichon. China pala mule, tong ki ba non tontek, tunni chachon kun ne mule brabast. Ashanti dun unumni patoka, wana kuna best china pala multonki. Tong abuk shami no no. Tong abuk sha nak nong. Ni bajoni yo lak wish. Dopa yumas pasen latu goto.
Revan and Malak were heroes, the great saviors of the Republic. A third of the Republic fleet was under their direct command. And then something happened.
China pala mule, tong ki ba non tontek, tunni chachon kun ne mule brabast. Tu nikton chun ke nemolek rabest, ufmala nibo kurk. Tanabun shan omnang, wanga kun bist kin ba mulara, choni yun tun jiji either dwana, kava vulpa mulji gomana? Jishawa anibon ka sha chona si ichua byong bojoni, mina mambato mulera, hakugri katkota la parabola. Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon, wanakumbes chi pala mulek, tongki pa nagnonek, Ycey kon no ba muladraki chichon. Kavadumpa kapaliamo na pata, bona nakachu, kipuna na bon sha. Kavadumpa kupaliaya moka pata.
And thanks to you two, I've detected some fine readings on the other side of this ridge. Prepare your stealth generators. Those Jedi won't know what hit them. We might have something to say about that. Jedi. For Mandalore!
Kavadumpa kapaliamo na pata, bona nakachu. Yin kin kun no ba mule rachi kun, tong na bon shanuyang. Sanga boksha nong, kin kun shin kun, ni kin kun na bule mule raji kun, bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa, tong abuk shami no nok.
The shots are getting louder and more intense. I sense a great struggle overhead.
Revan knows what he's doing up there. It's our job to take care of business on the ground.
Something still doesn't feel right.
It's just the dark power of this place you feel. Don't let it corrupt you with fear. Come on, let's get moving. Sensors are picking up more Mandalorian soldiers just to the east of here.
Kipuna na bon sha. Kakin cha na guana porkon.
I was starting to wonder if something happened to you.
I was delayed, unexpectedly. I'm approaching Malachor 5 now, but it looks like you started the party without me.
Mandalore was quick with his attack. They launched a full assault just as soon as we exited hyperspace.
I expected no less. What's the status of the mass shadow generator? Is Bioware finished?
He's making some final adjustments now, and will be leaving the planet shortly.
Excellent. The majority of the Mandalorian fleet is in close orbit around the planet, just where we want them. Give the order as soon as Bioware has completed his adjustments.
But there are still men on the surface.
Acceptable losses, Mitra. You knew the risks when sending them to the planet's surface, and so did they.
The risk was a Mandalorian ambush, not an attack from within. I did not sign up for this. Those Jedi...
Not waste this opportunity to deliver the final blow to the Mandalorians. Activate the super weapon as soon as it becomes operational. That's an order, General.
I understand. Mitra Surik out.
Kipuna na bon sha. Kavadumpa kupaliaya moka pata. Mucha shakapaka. Jishawa anibon ka sha chona si ichua byong bojoni.
Is something wrong?
Did you feel that? No, Taquati. It's something else. Something's happening.
Kakin cha na kwat na bonkon, wanakumbes chi pala mulak tongki pa nagnonek, tu nikton chun ke nemolek rabest, ufmala nibokurk.
A few sore spots, but I'm fine otherwise. The cavern we were passing through must have shielded us from the worst of the blast.
Something is different. I can feel the Force, but not like before. It's almost as if the Force is calling out to me.
I don't understand.
I can't explain it. I feel so weak.
Here, let me help you.
What's happening? I'm sorry, friend, but the Force has its own will now, and I must obey.
These storms are quite magnificent, aren't they?
I'm not interested in the weather, but I did have some questions. You can start by telling me what this place is and how I got here.
You'll know this place already. You discovered it during your journey through the planet's depths, but were too weak to enter.
I remember the structure now, but what is its purpose? And how did it survive when the rest of the planet sits fractured and broken?
It is an academy of sorts, and it survived because it is protected. The dark power of this planet is very strong, but you know this already.
What I know is that I don't plan on spending another minute here.
You cannot leave, not until you are ready.
You can't keep me captive here.
It is my hope that you will choose to stay, especially after you see what I have to offer you.
Huh. You're crazy if you think I want to stay here. I'm a Jedi, and I must return to the Order.
Ah, but are you sure they will even take you back? You've seen where the path of the light has led you. There are other avenues to the Force, you know. It is time you put your Jedi past behind you and set your new destiny into motion.
You are of the Sith. I will not be corrupted by your teachings.
I had a feeling you would react this way. So be it. It is time to teach you your first lesson.
Teach this.
You cannot defeat me in this place. End this.
I'm planning on it.
Your strength weakens more with each moment that you resist.
I will not give in to the dark side.
It is too late for that. I know what happened on the planet's surface with your Jedi companions. You are slowly giving in to the dark side already. Look deep inside. You are changed.
How did this happen?
The dark power of this place is very strong. It did not take much for you to turn once the Jedi turned on you. Once Revan turned on you.
I don't believe you. Revan would not condone genocide of his own people.
Then you do not know Revan as well as you think. He does not care about you. You are a pawn in the greater plan, one that extends far beyond this place.
That's impossible. Revan wouldn't do this.
The Revan you knew no longer exists. The dark power of this place has changed him as well. But with great power also came great vision, and Revan saw the Force as it was meant to be seen, without regard to light or dark.
Who are you, and how do you know all of this?
I am the keeper of this place, and one of Revan's disciples, one of many that he has secretly trained so that his army will be ready for the true threat that is to come.
The only threat I see is you, Sith.
Sith? No, I am not Sith, but I am not Jedi either. We are something greater, something more powerful, something forged to bring balance and stability to the galaxy. The Mandalorian Wars were just a front for a larger conflict. Revan has discovered the true evil in the galaxy, and he and his army have now gone where no Jedi has gone before to confront it.
If this threat is as powerful as you make it out to be, then why didn't he take you with him?
There were many that Revan did not take with him. The ones he sacrificed in the final battle were those whose loyalties to him remained in doubt, including you. Yet there were others that chose a different path and did not follow him.
Which others?
His top general chose to remain behind. Revan let her go so she could show the Jedi Council the hypocrisy of their failed teachings.
Top General? You are referring to Mitra Surik. What does she have to do with any of this?
You don't know, do you? Look around at all the destruction. This is her doing. The hunger you feel, it is a manifestation of the planet's destruction that she caused.
No, I don't believe it.
Look at yourself if you need more proof. She now roams free while you are confined to this planet, forced to absorb life from others just to sustain yourself. Your affliction is a painful burden to bear, but can become a powerful technique as well. But it can also lead to your undoing if not managed properly. We can help you control your hunger, but you must promise to remain here at this academy.
We? What do you mean, we?
By we, I also speak of the one that found you. She is very strong in the Force, and her power continues to grow with each day she resides in this place. She has trained others powerful in the Force, and she can train you to harness your power as well.
I can't. I will not.
Even now, the hunger consumes you, weakens you. If you hope to survive, you must give in to your hate, give in to your anger, and embrace the full power of this place. With her aid, she can teach you to channel your hunger. But for now, you must rest.